So welcome to round 4 of the Dunton Technical Centre Championship. On the screen you've got the grid. This is the reverse grid from round 3, which was won by Ross. So on pole you've got Rob Maggiore, his second reverse grid pole. And in second place we've got Pierce behind him in the Costa car. And then we've got Jimmy Coleman, Dan Charters, Chris Pengelly, Matt Sykes, Chris Lewis, and finally Mike Ross, who won the third race. So he now starts last. So away we go. So as we go down the start finish straight into the first corner, are we going to see the action here? And it's Pierce. Pierce goes for the inside, makes the apex, takes the lead. Very nice move from him. So the guy's down to second place from pole. And we got Coleman challenging for third, and the guy gets a bit of a bad run out of turn 2. So Coleman's going down the inside, and a touch. The guy gets a little bit wide. Coleman goes through, and he touches with Sykes as well. So eventful start for Nguyen. Sykes has gone wide, and Sykes has spun. Sykes has spun, put it into the wall. The championship leader going to round 3 has spun. He's down to last. What a disastrous start for Sykes. He's got a long way to make up now. So the rest of the field dives into turn 5. The downhill banked hairpin. Up they go up the hill through a slight kink into the complex, which is a series of very quick left, right, left sweepers. And so Pierce is out in front. Great start from him. He's been quick on occasion, a lot of last season, this season as well, but can he make good on this? Finally put in a decent performance all the way through the race. So as the field settles down a little bit, as we go through into downhill, fast downhill hairpin, you've got Pengelly who's in third, being challenged by Lewis in fourth. Not quite close enough to make a move, but he might get a run on the outside. And then the guy defended well. He's in fifth place as he comes back up the hill. He's got Charters right behind him, and then Ross behind him, and the guy pulls over and lets both Charters and Ross through. Interesting move, trying to stay out of trouble. So cutting back to the leaders now. You've got Pierce being chased down by Coleman. Very tight scrap for the two drivers, both in 911s. What can Coleman do? Can he take a run coming out of the last corner? Good run there through Pierce though. So Pierce heads across the line in first. Great first lap from him. We've got Coleman in second. Then followed by Pengelly. He's made a good start. And Chris Lewis. Back and looking at Coleman now, Pierce. And then you've got Dan Charters, Mike Ross, Rob Nguyen, and Matt Sykes still last. So he's got a lot of catching up to do. And Nguyen's gone off the first corner, understeer straight off in the Evo. So he's been taken by Sykes. So Sykes now up to 7th. Back looking at Pierce now. Down the back straight, down the hairpin. And now we look back at 6th. This is Ross versus Sykes. Now, of course, Ross, having won the previous race, is now fully loaded with ballast, so he's carrying about 350 to 400 kilograms. Whereas Sykes has got 50% for finishing third, so he's carrying about 180, about half. So a big weight disadvantage for Ross. So we now look back at the leaders. So we've got Pierce still chased by Coleman as they go through the sweepers, and Pengelly slowly chasing them down. It's a good chance for Pengelly. He came 4th in the round 3, so he's only running with 25% added ballast, only 100 kilos or so he's got a good chance. So following Pierce in the very distinctive Costa Liberty 911. Now on board with Sykes, and now looking back from Ross's car. Sykes in the Martini sponsored red 911. He's making a dive. He's going to make a dive on the inside, and they touch. Sykes goes to the inside of the apex. Ross is slightly kicked out to the outside. Gets a little bit of grasp, but doesn't lose too much time momentum. And you got Sykes is right behind him now, coming up the hill. You got the flat left and the flat right kinks. Quite difficult to see when you're that close behind though. Sykes drops back a little bit. What can he do now? It's fairly steady for the next couple of corners. There's no real overtaking position. But let's see what he can do. Right, looking forward now from Sykes. Now we're looking at the outside view. Sykes is getting really close now as we cut down to the in-car camera of Sykes. Ross goes to the inside, defend the line, and he slid a bit wide. He's got a bit oversteer coming out. That's going to give Sykes a run, and Sykes is through. Sykes goes through down the pit straight, opening a little bit of a gap now. Is that enough? But Ross is up to go. Ross is coming back down the inside. Gets on the curb. They touch. They bang doors. But it looks like Sykes has got the inside for turn 2. Is that enough to be clear? I think so. And now we go cut back to the battle for the lead now. So you've got Pengelly all over the back of Coleman. for the battle for second, and Coleman goes slightly wider, and Pengelly's through, I think. Coleman's got one, and it looks like Pengelly's he's gone into first. So from in one corner, he's gone from third to first. Let's watch that again. So Coleman goes a little bit wide, defends the inside line to turn 2. And he runs wide up, and Pierce does exactly the same, gets a little bit of kick of oversteer on the curb as he comes out, and Pengelly goes through. Great couple of corners there for Pengelly into first now, but he's not clear of Pierce yet. Pierce is coming back down the inside of turn 5. The downhill banked, downhill then uphill exit, banked hairpin. So Pengelly, even though he's only got 25% weight in this one, the ballast, he's really being made to work for this one. Pierce is all over him. In fact, Pierce is taking huge chunks of time through the complex, through the S's. Now, is he going to be close enough to get a bit of a tow? Looking back into Pengelly's car now, and here comes Pierce. Pengelly takes the inside, defending the inside of the downhill hairpin. Can brake very late here, and Pierce is trying to go around the outside, but no, didn't quite have enough momentum. Can he get though? A good drive coming out the hill. He's carrying less weight, so he should have a bit of advantage to go up the hill. Through the kink, through the left kink, now into the right kink, getting the slipstream. He's very close. He's going to make this. Can he make a move? Here he goes. He's going to send one down the inside. Yes, there he goes. And that's the side by side. And Pierce does it. A great move by Pierce, taking the last year's champion. Great move up the inside to retake the lead. This is great driving from Pierce. Hopefully he can keep us going. So yeah, he's looking like he's got he's trying a different setup on the 911. It looks like it's beginning to work. Pengelly comes in, running his usual 2-stop strategy. So softs come off. I think the softs go back on. You got Coleman's in the pits and Lewis as well. So a lot of people doing a 2-stop strategy. On board with Sykes now. In 6th place, we got Coleman's just come out, made his stop in just before in 5th place. Then we've got Ross down in 7th, then we've got Charters 3rd, Lewis 4th, Coleman 5th and Sykes 6th, all extremely close. You can see they're pretty much in the same shot. So we've got Charters defending 3rd, he's not had a podium yet on the track. He did have podiums in the rallying, but never on the track. So he's now in 3rd, defending from Lewis. Lewis is going to make a dive into the hairpin, into the straight, but no, not quite close enough. Tries to go the inside though, Charters going a little bit wide, but the Mustang's got good traction at the slow corners. Charters keeps the place. So into the very fast sequence of right, left, left. Sorry. And we've got Charters, Lewis, Coleman, all extremely close. A little bit further behind is Sykes. So following on board with Lewis now. He's right in the slipstream of Charters. Is he going to get a run as we go into the downhill hairpin and the straight? So Lewis is going to make a move down the inside. Goes for the inside, Charters, he's through, and Coleman, amazing manoeuvre from miles back, takes a lunge down the inside and gets past Charters as well. So both 911s in one fell swoop around one corner. Charters goes from 3rd to 5th. Inspired move there by Coleman. The Charters coming back on Coleman, and I think he's taking it wide. I think Coleman was hit there by Charters as he came back up the hill. The Mercedes seems amazingly quick up the hill, so that's put him now into the grasp with Sykes. And Sykes and Coleman, they make contact as well, going into the penultimate last couple of corners. They bang doors again, trading paint as these two have done in many a race now. And so we're going to the last corner. What can Sykes do here? He was a little bit too far away. And in the meantime, Charters has gone into the pits. So Charters has taken his super softs off and probably putting super softs back on. But you can see here the time lost in the pits is so minimal. The 2-stop is already a bit of a no-brainer. But it looks like Sykes is trying to make his softs go 1 stop. So Charters has made his stop. He dropped from 3rd to 5th, but he's come out in 6th, right behind this battle for 4th. So he's really only lost a couple of seconds there. So as we go on board, you can see Charters is literally half a second behind Sykes. So that was a good strategy call there by Charters. He's only lost 1 position and probably only 2 or 3 seconds. So he's now got fresh tyres. So what can he do about Sykes, who I think he's still on the same set of tyres? So he's on softs that have been on from the start of the race, which means they need 5 laps old, which considering he's still carrying a fair bit of weight. And you can see there clearly the Mercedes is so much quicker through the sweepers. So even though Charters is a bit wide there, he's well placed in the toe to have a go into the hairpin. Sykes moves across Takes the inside though, understandably. Here he goes. Is Charles going to go around the outside? Because if you can, but you can do it. But no, Sykes blocks the inside. But as we go up the hill, the Mercedes is showing it's very quick up this stretch of track already. So we go into the two sweepers. So Charters goes one way, tries the other, does the undercut. A great move down the inside. Fantastic bit of driving there by Charters. Had the momentum, came up the hill, and we're going to see that again. Stay in car with Charters. There we go, in car. So Sykes defends the line one way, has to switch out one way. So, Charters switches back and comes down the inside. Great move there by Dan. I bet he'd be well chuffed with that one. So up to 50 goes. Can he continue his charge back? Now he's on those fresh set tyres. So moving back to the lead, we've got Pengelly now. He's got a bit of a lead now. He's got quite a comfortable lead. Got the fastest lap. He's lapping roughly about a second lap quicker than Pierce. But Pierce is still doing a great job in second. And then we've got Lewis in third, who's only probably a second and a half in front of Coleman. And then you got Charters. And there, right, Sykes is making, I would imagine, his only stop back onto softs. So as he comes out, you've got Ross in seventh, and the guy in eighth. So back to Sykes, on board with Sykes, and then you've got Coleman. Right, again, these two, like they've been they've been tied together in many races now. So Coleman's made his stop. He's come out right in front of Sykes. Now, of course, they've both got relatively fresh tyres on, but Sykes stopped at the end of lap 5, and there's softs on. Whereas I would imagine Coleman's gone for super softs, but Coleman gets a bit wide, and then Charters, a bit too much oversteer coming out of turn 4, and it looks like we've got Sykes right behind Coleman as well. So 3 going into the hairpin. Coleman makes a dive down the inside, Charlie's through, but he's touched the curb and he's lost the back end, and he's lost it. Coleman spins round, he just caught the apex curb there, sausage curb, that sent him round. And meanwhile you've got Sykes right behind Charters now. Interesting little bit of braking there from Dan. I'm not sure that was a bit of a brake test, but so as we go through the fast sweepers onto the back straight, is Sykes close enough to have a go? No, I don't think so. And the Mercedes is very strong down this section of track. But looking back from Charters is Mercedes. We've got Sykes gaining under braking. Can he switch back? Yeah, it's a great run out of there from the Porsche. He's going to try and get around the outside. I don't think he can get around from the outside. He's going to try a great movement. No, not quite. I think that was a bit too dicey, considering he needs to make as much ground as he can. He goes down the inside again though. Can he make this move stick? No, not quite. So these two are having a great scrap today. There's action all the way down the field here. The battles are very tightly packed, and there's multiple clusters of groups here all battling tightly over the positions. So this is some great scraps. So in goes Charters again. He's going in far. Right, so he's going to do a bit of a splash and dash on the tyres. So end of lap 7, he's got a 2-lap sprint. So we're back on board with Sykes in there. You could just see Charters in the background. So, and meantime we go back to the battle for second. It looks like Lewis has taken Pierce. I would imagine Pierce has probably made his stop. So we've now got Lewis up to second, which will help his championship hopes significantly. And then you've got Pierce in third, which is still a great race from Pierce in the very distinctive liveried Costa Coffee sponsored 911. So can he chase Chris Lewis down? And what can Matt Sykes do from fourth? Can he get on the podium from recovery drive, from spinning out on the first lap? Can he get into third? I think he's too far behind, assuming there's no dramas to the guys in front of him. But let's see what happened over this last lap. So just coming around the final corner into the last lap, we've got Lewis in second, and then 2 seconds or so behind him you've got Pierce in third. Now Pierce has gone wide. Pierce has locked up into the first corner. He's gone wide, hit the barrier. He's coming back on. There's Sykes just trying to go around the outside of him. Can Sykes go around the outside? Yes, he has. So Sykes is going into third. Pierce is struggling a bit with his tyres. He's spun. He's giving Charters a bit of a nudge, but Charters got away with that. So Charters is now, he's been gaining. He put those super softs on. the end of the 7th lap, so he's got a 2-lap spurt on his tyres, and he's rapidly closing on Sykes. So can Charters get 3rd? Sykes has got 3.5 lap old tyres, but obviously he's carrying more weight, whereas Charters is significantly younger and softer as well. So can Charters do enough on this last half lap to gain 3rd? I think it looks like Pengelly and Lewis are safe in 1st and 2nd, but can Charters, and here he comes, Mercedes so much quicker, and Charters goes off, goes wide, has that blown, he's gone off wide again, has that blown it, that Mercedes so quick through this section, has that blown his chance of 3rd, but we know he's very, very quick back up the hill as we go around this hairpin, so you can just see, and we're cutting now, cutting to the battle for 5th, there's battles all over this final lap, so this is Pierce versus Coleman for 5th. Pierce obviously recovered from those spins and dropped down to 6th, and then you've got Ross as well, who's not too far behind. So we've got 3rd and 5th. Big scrap, and Charters gone off again, coming out the top of the hill. So surely he's lost his chance now. But he's gaining so quickly on Sykes. So as we go into the last 3 corners, so Pengelly, a fairly straightforward win in the end. Takes a great win for him, his 2nd win of the season. Comes across the line, and then we've got Lewis, who's going to take a good 2nd place as well. And here we go, last corner between Sykes and Charters. So Lewis goes across the line, great 2nd place for him. But here we go into the last corner. Sykes is trying to defend it. Charters got to run down the inside, and Sykes moves over and puts Charters into the wall. Incredible, an absolutely brutal piece of defending there from Sykes. Let's watch a replay. So we're coming down the hill into the last corner, so we're on board with Sykes, watching the Mercedes close up behind us. So Charles tries the outside, drifts a little bit wide, and Sykes tries to defend the inside, and straight into the tyres, straight into the end of the pit entrance barrier. Again, we're going to go on board again and watch that from another angle. So this is looking back to from the bumper of Sykes' car. So he drifts out a little bit wide. Charters tries to duck down the inside, and Sykes pushes him into the wall. Bang! That was a massive impact there for Charters. Surely that'll be a penalty for Sykes. As we watch it now from behind Charters, so you can see Sykes defends the inside, Charters tries the outside, then drifts down the inside, and Sykes just pushes him into the wall and head-on impact. So big controversy, and now we're looking back to the battle for 6th, and that's kicking off as well. So we've got Pierce defended from Ross. Ross has gone off. Pierce has gone off as well. Pierce, I think, has cut the inside the penultimate corner. So you've got Ross trying to take 6th place. And it looks like Ross has now contacted Pierce, and Pierce has now spun off himself. Ross has also then he goes off as well. So huge controversy at the last corner. So we've got a huge impact for Charters that decided 3rd place, and now we've got 6th place as well. So watching Pierce now, huge slide from him with his tyres. Ross tries to go down the inside to avoid him, cuts the corner, he then goes off. So and now we're on board with Ross watching Pierce cut the penultimate corner. I wonder if the steward's going to be looking into that. So Ross is now looking down the inside, brakes a bit too late, and he gives Pierce a healthy bump up the rear, which sends Pierce off into the gravel. So that knocks Pierce out of 6th. So again, watching it from on board. So this is on board from Pierce looking back. So you can see going into the last corner, and Ross, there's the impact. But enough to send him sideways, and Pierce couldn't quite hold it, and off he goes. So another replay. So there's Pierce losing it. And then Ross dived down the inside, but then took to the grass himself. And then Pierce does the same. And then Ross has gone off to the side, and then Pierce takes the inside of the penultimate corner, so that puts him in front. But then Ross, trying to go down the inside, just gives him a nudge that sends Pierce into a bit of oversteer that he couldn't quite hold, and then Pierce goes off as well. So a phenomenal ending to the race. So the guy comes across the line in 8th.